What's up, Heaven Made Gang? It's your girl, the creative mind of Bree, and I'm back with another video. And today we cooking vegan soul food. So y'all hear my son? Y'all probably don't, because I probably muted it. But yeah, this is all vegan right here. The macaroni and cheese. We got sweet potatoes, cornbread. We got cauliflower wings, Brussels sprouts. Got a saute with onions and carrots, and also some rice. So let's get to it. Y'all see the cauliflower right there? Just prepping it for the cauliflower wings. So less time than the original meat. So we're gonna cut up this sweet potato. We're having some sweet potatoes. And we're cutting up these onions, these carrots, and the celery. That's a little saute to go on your, eat it with your rice or, your cornbread, whatever. So like I said, I'm gonna cut this up right now. Put the sweet potatoes into the water, let it boil. Once they come out, we're gonna put it in the pan to go into the oven. I should have put 3 though, just in case they do eat them. I think I'm gonna add 1 more. I'm just gonna let that boil until they get soft, and then I'm gonna put them in the pan to soak in the sauce. So now I'm just seasoning the water for my macaroni. So the noodles gonna go in here. You just want to have flavor. The chili, that's the reason why my macaroni came out a little dark, because the chili and stuff. But I'm gonna use this vegetable seasoning as well. Usually use chicken, but since it's vegan, we're using this vegetable. So gonna keep seasoning to get that taste in. So we just did the vegetables or whatever. And then there's the sweet potatoes finished. So we're going to add everything to it. This is vegan, so we're going to use vegan butter. I'm going to go ahead and add some avocado oil on it first. A little bit. Add the vegan butter. Then I'm going to add some raw vegan, sugar, the cane sugar or the brown sugar. So I'm going with the brown sugar, of course. That goes great on sweet potatoes, oatmeal, so you got it like that, and then you put the sugar on. Then I'm gonna put the cinnamon, then we're gonna put it in the oven. So we're going to add some oatmeal as well. Yes, it comes from oatmeal, no peanuts, no soy milk, no dairy, all vegan. I didn't even know they can make that into milk, so that's great. But I'm going to add some of that just for that little creamy sauce or whatever, kind of like a cream or a milk. So I'm going to add that. Some people add water. I'm going to add this, though. So put that in the oven. That looks so good. So it's now time to put the noodles in. Put in the last bit of seasoning. Add these elbow noodles in there for the macaroni, 1 box. I'm going to go ahead and add some avocado oil because, you add oil. I usually add vegetable oil, but I'm going to use avocado today. Put the vegetables inside where the avocado oil is. I'm using a lot of avocado oil today. So we're going to let that, all simmer. Put that vegan butter in there to give it that taste. That vegan butter be good too. Don't sleep on the vegan butter. But yeah, I'm gonna toss that around, get the flavors in or whatever, and I'm gonna simmer that. Gonna get back to the other steps. Oh yeah, don't forget the seasonings. I did season it just like the other one. Add what you want. Okay, so I got the oat milk. I put that in. I'm gonna start adding the cheese. I was supposed to put the flour in the butter, but I forgot. So I'm gonna add it to the end. We're gonna add this Jiffy, this vegan Jiffy. I'm gonna pour that in. And we're not putting no eggs in because this is vegan. So I'm gonna get the Just egg bottle that they have, and also this oat milk, because we're not using regular milk. And I didn't look at the instructions or whatever, but if you think you should, then do it. Just go by the put the replacements of the vegan items. Just egg, I'm just putting that in there as well. I'm just eyeing it, just making it, just eyeing it like it's a regular egg and just putting it in there. Adding some avocado egg I usually use. vegetable oil, like I said, a capful, but we're using avocado, so I'm gonna pour some avocado in as well. Right after I pour this egg in, there was a lot of egg, but you can't even really taste it. So we put the avocado oil in, and usually I'm gonna put some cane sugar in too, y'all. Put some cane sugar in there. The cane sugar came from a cane sugar, I don't want to say stick. What do they call it? But, I know in Miami we used to get the cane sugar sticks and we used to just chew them. But that's the raw sugar, plain regular sugar. And I usually put mayonnaise since I don't have it, and put a tablespoon of this vegan cream cheese to give it more moisture. So we're going to mix that up. So this was the first thing that was finished. So I wrapped it up, put that to the side. It looks so good. Look at it, still bubbling. So we're going to start with this cheese, with this milk. Right after we put this cornbread in the oven, we're going to just start doing what we have to do. I'm going to put the egg in later. I just had to show y'all that. But yeah, now we have the cheese. This is what we're going to be using. I used that before when I had a vegan buffalo chicken sandwich, and that was real good with it. And this is some other cheese that I had seen on reviews, that this cheese was very good. And to use it, I was going to do a 7-layer cheese, but I didn't, I couldn't find all of the different type of cheese that those came in from Publix. And I also have a chive cream cheese. I usually use the regular cream cheese and sour cream, but it's vegan, so we're going to use this. And I have some more oat milk. And I also have the regular, like you already know, the regular cream cheese. So I'm going to put some more flavor in there and, see how that tastes and see how that do. I usually don't use the chive. So I put the mozzarella in already. And then I'm going to start adding the other ones right now. Well, I did, actually. Yes, I had to use both of my hands. So you keep mixing them. Put all the cheese that you think you need. Mix it. This is the cornbread. Go ahead and put that in. Had to put some avocado on a pan. Avocado oil. Put that in there. Now we're going to add some cream cheese and cream cheese chives inside of the macaroni sauce. And I'm also going to use, basil. I love using basil in my macaroni. So that's what you're going to see. It look kind of black because they kind of sitting there. They fresh, but they not fresh. You know how that is. But yeah, so that's what you see right there. The basils are real good in macaroni and cheese. You keep stirring until you think you are done. So I added the noodles and just soak them in there. Make sure it's soaked in. And that's how you do the regular one too. You want to make sure it's soaked in. Every noodle is getting, what it deserves. So it won't be dry. You don't want no dry noodles and all the cheese at the top or one part. So that's when I forgot about the starch in the butter, the flour in the butter, but I put starch to thicken it up, and I put vegan butter. So don't forget, all of this stuff is vegan. So I know I keep saying vegan because I know we're not used to making this. Shoot, I'm not. This is my first time. But I added that. I'm going to stir it up and go to the next step. Okay, so I put what I'm going to do, I laid the first layer, and then I'm going to add cheese on this layer like that. So then once I do this layer, I'm going to add another layer on top so that can be in the middle. And you want to do this with your regular one if you're doing regular mac and cheese too, to make sure every bit, at the edges and all. So you're going to, usually I have like cubes and stuff like that to put the little cubes inside the mac and cheese. See how I just put that over there on the side? You want it on the edges and everything. So this is the second layer that I did, the last layer, and I'm just going to coat it with the cheese as well. So the cornbread was finished. Gotta, smear that vegan butter around. This is the last bit. I put the cheese on top, and they did come in these slices, so I wish I would have grained it up. But even if even if you don't, it's still gonna taste the same. Still gonna get melted down or whatever. It's still gonna taste the same. So make sure every spot has some cheese on it, especially the edges, because that'd be the most part that be without cheese. So I did get the Just Egg and the oat milk, and I mixed it up like the regular mixture. Poured that in there. The saute is ready. Saute onions and carrots and celery for the cornbread, because I was gonna make vegan dressing at first, but I just went with the cornbread. Now it's time for the wet batter. This is the wet batter that I'm doing. I'm seasoning it. I had oat milk, half a flour, a cup of flour, and now I'm seasoning it, and I'm gonna just whip that up and put for the wet batter. Then I have a dry batter with half a cup of starch and a cup of flour. So that's how I made it look. That's how it's looking. Go ahead and put the cauliflowers in there. Make sure it's all on there. Gets coated. Put the flour on. Put it in the fryer. You see how it looks so good. That look good. That look like chicken. But the thing is, y'all, should have fried it longer. So that's when the macaroni came out. I had to put it back in though, because you see it's not really melted. One side I left off with the aluminum foil. The other side I kept on. So the key it's better with the aluminum foil on. But you can see from the side too that it was finished. Now that the last batch is cooking with the cauliflower, I'm going to go ahead and finish these Brussels sprouts, and we're going to be finished. Now what I'm doing here, I just added some avocado oil, and I'm adding some oat milk for, just to give it a little more creaminess. It's going to be like a little creamy Brussels sprout. I'm adding vegan butter, and you seen the garlic, the minced garlic, some more seasonings as well. So putting some lime on there, and then I'll be finished. Just stir that up, let it cook. That would look so good. So I added some more oat milk to it to give it a little bit more creaminess, and that was it, y'all. The finished product was so good. I just made one plate because it was kind of late when I finished, and we didn't want to eat too late. So everybody just tried at the same time, each one, and everybody liked it. Amora, Dravion, and Dimitri, they don't like Brussels sprouts, but they liked everything else. And Adil, he really loved that macaroni and cheese, the vegan macaroni and cheese, and I'm so happy that he can eat it now, because he was mostly plant-based. But yeah, he loved that. He really do. And the good thing about it, it don't leave you so bloated, so full, like just not wanting to do anything. You still feel good after you eat it. So yeah, so I hope y'all like it, but try to make it too, and y'all let me know how it tastes. Next time I'm gonna make it out of jackfruit with the chicken. But the cauliflower, it was okay. I should have just left it in longer. It was still good and delicious. But the last time I tried jackfruit as a chicken, I like the taste better. So I'll try it next time. But y'all make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what y'all like to see or to see me make. All right, y'all.